Hi, I am Dr. Sheila Sapp of Sheila E. Cares Educational Consulting and Services. And welcome to my first book talk. And the book that I'm going to be talking about is The Learning House. But before I start my conversation about The Learning House, I would like to tell you a little bit about myself. I am a former educator and I am going on 7 years being retired. And I started out teaching first grade. And I was so in love with reading that I decided to become a reading teacher. So I have a background in reading. In addition to that, I have a degree in supervision and curriculum. And I have worked as an assistant principal, and a curriculum director, and I was also director of preschool. So you can see that I have had a variety of experiences. And I must say that I've always wanted to be a teacher. When I was in school, I would go to school, come home, and play school. So I enjoy learning, and I am what you would consider a lifetime learner. So before I talk to you about my book, I also want to tell you that I am a proponent of parents being their child's first teacher. I am a strong believer in how much parents can do at home to get their children ready for school. They don't realize the vital role that they play in educating their child. Think about this. Everything that your child or children know before they start school, you have taught them. So I also want to share with you that not only is what you do as a parent or grandparent or caregiver is vital, we as teachers need your involvement. There's no way that a teacher can teach your child or children everything. So you play a very important role. Now, the first book that I want to talk about is The Learning House. And this book came about as a result of my daughter talking to me one day about me teaching her how to tie her shoes. And as we had that discussion, she said, Mom, you spend so much time working on different activities to work with your students. Why don't you put those games together and share them with other parents so that they can work with their children at home too, like you did with me? So I thought that was an excellent idea. And so that is how the Learning House came into being. I wrote the book in 2002. It consists of 57 pages. I have 7 chapters. It has an appendix where I have included some patterns for parents to use. And also, I have included some particular games that I used when my daughter was young. So I am really proud of this book. It's my first venture in making a parent resource book. And although it was written in 2002 and is 11 years old, going on 12 years old, the activities that I have included are ageless. They still can be used. And I recommended this book for ages 3 through 7. And in the book, I focus on reading readiness and math readiness, and there's some vocabulary and language. And also, I talk about different rooms in the house, and I share those activities that parents, grandparents, and caregivers can use with their children and do using the different parts of the house. And also, I talk about those chores, those ordinary household chores, and how they can be used to teach your child. I'm thinking about when you're cooking or washing clothes or folding clothes or dusting or setting the table. So I would urge you to get this book. The activities are simple, and for those things that require you to make, they are really easy to do. And I always try to incorporate materials that are cost effective. So as I said, I have activities for different rooms of the house. I have homemade instructional games. I have seasonal activities. I have things that you can do in the backyard. And I have some activities that I call outside trivia. And I have also included some patterns. I have a pattern for a pumpkin. I have a Valentine's pattern for Valentine's Day. And for Thanksgiving, which we've already celebrated, I have a turkey hand pattern. So I know that you will enjoy this book. And the other thing that I want to tell you is if you have a child who is developmentally delayed, and maybe they're in third or even fourth grade, you can use this book and these activities with them. And if you're wondering how you may get this book and the cost, I will leave that in the description below. And I want to mention that I have a YouTube channel that is currently online. And I have included in that YouTube channel some additional instructional activities. I have included some things like instructional activities that you can make using a clothes hanger or a paper plate. So you will need to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and that information will be in the description box also. So again, I'd like to welcome you to my book talk, and I hope I have given you enough information about the book to interest you. And as I said, it isn't very long. It's 57 pages, and the activities are very easy to do. And for right now, this book is on sale for $10. And with a $5 shipping and handling fee, you can get your very own book. So you take care and be safe. And don't forget, Sheila E. cares. And thank you for attending my first book talk on the Learning House.